Let's go. That's it. One of my favourite properties, to be fair. So, why HYROX? Out of all the sports, why did you go for HYROX? This week's training is a pretty full-on week of training. Starting off with my own strength session. But we've got 2 PTs this week. We've got a track session and we've got my own strength sessions to do. Hopefully a couple of runs with the girls first thing, and then juggling that in between the kiddies, the business. So let's see what week entails for us. Wow. Sorted out my vitamin pot. If you're wondering what sort of supplements that I take a zinc. I do a 3 billion for my gut. I've got hair, skin and nails, which is quite important for ladies especially. I take a vitamin C. I take some coconut and collagen. I take a vitamin D. You'll be here for some time. Fish oil, which is obviously really good for your brain development, and I add a little bit of fibre because I don't ever find that I get enough fibre in my thing. And then normally I'd also have a multivit, but I don't appear to have any. So yeah, I take that every single day, and I also have a gut drink, which is the Simprove, I think that's what it's called. I massively tell the difference when I run out of any of my vitamins, or if I haven't been very good at actually stocking up and taking them every single day. My skin at the moment is really quite sore, as you can see, and that will all be down to like my gut, because I ran out of my Simprove for like a week and I've been really struggling to try and like keep up with it, and because it's hot and we're sweaty, it's not going to plan really. But I get asked a lot what vitamins I take, so hopefully that helps a little bit. There's reasons why I take every single one, but I'm sure you probably don't really want me to stand here and bore you to death with all the reasons why I take it. I've got as well, I take creatine every day as well. I normally put it in with my drink, but because I've been having sparkling water at the moment, I haven't been doing it, so I try and just have it in first thing in the morning, and I mix that also with my collagen. Creatine is so good for your brain health and stuff, and well, I'm not going to bore you. There's so much science behind creatine and why we should be taking it, so I have that every single day as well. If I am going to the gym, I go for the electro, and I add some electrolytes into my water. Is there anything else that I take? I think that's about it, obviously apart from like protein shakes and stuff. So yeah, that is all the supplements that I have. I say all of them because there's so many, but like I said, I feel a massive difference taking every single one. Good morning, PT day today. We are on Tuesday and it is 20 to 8. PT is at 8 and we're on the way. Got my banana to try and scoff down. I just put up on my Instagram. Did that at the wrong time, didn't I? Questions that people might have. One of them's come up. I'm going to answer a lot of them with Ben, because I thought that'd be quite fun to get like a perspective of mine versus PT. But there was one basically saying, why HYROX? And I actually really like that question. My reason for why it's HYROX is it's a sport that you can never perfect. There's always something that you can work on, so it makes it more enjoyable and not mundane and boring. Because if you're weight training, like, yes, you can like get excited about lifting a heavier weight, but that's all you can really do, let's face facts. Whereas there's strength training involved in this, there's running involved, there's obviously all the different stations. So, you know, if you're having just a bit of a day of like, oh, I can't really bother to do a run, there's so many different elements, extra elements that you can train for, that's all really beneficial. So it just keeps it interesting, keeps it fun, and stops you from getting that lull in your training. Don't get me wrong, you're still going to always have those lulls and times that you don't really want to train, but obviously that's just where your discipline needs to come in anyway, isn't it? So, and that's one thing that Ben has really taught me, is learning discipline over motivation. I've said it plenty of times before in the vlog, but I can't explain to you anymore how important that actually is. But that does just come with training, because I love to do it, so I don't find it's like huge discipline you need when you're doing something you absolutely love. So that is my reason why HYROX and why HYROX training. Just, it's fun, you can never perfect it, so you can never get bored of it, and that's it. Questions of the morning. I've already done mine of why HYROX. Out of all the sports, why did you go for HYROX?
That's a good question. Started from football, so I've always been very competitive in that sense. Sort of started to fall out of love with it a little bit, and then one of my mates asked me to do a race, and I did it. Didn't really train particularly well for it, and then just fell in love with it that way. Gave me a discipline and consistency with my training. So,
do you love it more as well though, because it's not a team sport, it's all on you?
Yeah, I love the fact that obviously, unless you're doing doubles, as long as you can trust your partner, it's great in doubles. But in a solo, like, as long as you put the work in, then you're gonna get out what you put in.
Yeah, fair enough. And then the other questions were favourite station.
Okay. I'd have to say sled pull.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
Fair. Why? Just
I'm
enjoy
just a
it.
strong puller.
Okay, yeah.
Strong puller, I don't know why. I think as well it splits the race up quite nicely, because after the sled pull, you can do that well. You're into like, sleds are out of the way, first bit's out of the way.
Yeah.
Just sort of crack on then.
Home straight.
Yeah, well.
Kind of. Still far too ready to go.
Yeah.
I would say mine's actually push now.
Sled push?
Yeah, I used to hate it, but I just enjoy it.
Your sled push is strong, to be fair.
I feel like my legs
I didn't expect you to say you liked it.
Really? Which one did you think I was going to say?
Wall balls.
Yeah, I used to hate wall balls though. I have grown to love it.
Yeah,
I think that's just because I keep telling myself I really like them.
Sometimes you got to though. It's the only way to
keep repeating it after like 50 reps. You're like, I love this, I love it. Worst station?
Worst station. It's a good question. See, it's weird because over this off season, I feel like I've ironed out some of the bad stations I have.
So previous then.
If I was to say one I hate going into the most, it would probably be push.
Oh yeah, but it's because you're pushing heavy though.
Yeah, but I think it's just not nice, is it?
No.
Like when you start to feel the lactic acid and stuff, it's just not nice. So I'll probably say push. That's why
Yeah.
Paul's probably my favourite.
Yeah.
That's out of the way, and I can enjoy the race then.
Mine is 100% burpees.
Favourite?
No, hate.
Oh, hey.
Hate with a passion
Morning.
burpees.
Morning, mate.
Because I can't learn to love them. And do you know what, I was watching Will and Tom earlier, and everyone has different ways of doing burpees.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting to watch.
Will lifts his legs up at the back.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
But then he just gets up. Tom uses his knees to get up.
Yeah.
I go straight to my feet.
I say, other than sled pull, burpee's my favourite.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because you're doing like 2 minutes. You're like a frog.
I'll try a bit. It's just a repetition, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to keep repeating them. You'll get there.
Well, let's hope so. What was the last one? I think there was one more question. First fun, why you got into it, and we have to have a look. Okay.
Worst bit about training.
Have I started? Yeah, worst bit about training. Like, is it like a station, or is it a certain like erg sessions, core sessions, strength sessions?
I would say session-wise, I hate strength.
Yeah.
Because I don't really get excited over like being able to show off my fitness in it.
Yeah.
But it's very, very necessary for the strength element of HYROX.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say strength.
I would say erg sessions.
Don't like them.
I hate erg sessions. Anything to do with when you do like that Mykonos triangle, it's like ski, row, bike. I just find it really boring.
Yeah.
That's my thing. So strength for you, where you find it a bit like, oh, that's me for ergs.
Is it?
Yeah. I find
There
it
you
boring. So that is the lowdown of all the questions. To be fair, I put it up for an hour and I already got all those questions. So I'll save the rest because I've also got a PT on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll do the rest on Thursday.
Double PT.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
over and out. Getting ready to head into work today. I'm making myself a coffee because I'm trying to stop just buying all the time. But my legs this morning, woo, they are sore. So lots of recovery and protein today. Yeah, lots of protein, lots of recovery. I'll show you the 2 types of protein that I go for, which I've always really enjoyed, and I can be a bit fussy with proteins, not gonna lie. But let's make this first. I've got to get my collagen. I always just try and make life a bit easier and chuck my collagen in with my, I've got a scoop. Do you know, it's so annoying when they don't come with a little scoop. Definitely doesn't come with one. I'm on the state of my kitchen this morning. It's been a bit of a nightmare. Let's try and get organised. Do you know what? Ruben's with his dad this weekend, or this week, should I say. And I find when I've got one less child, I have less time because I take my time too much. Anyway, this is one that I really, really like. My protein is a clear whey protein, so I add it with water. I don't always like to have loads of stuff with milk. I need to get some more. Anyway, milk really fills me up, and sometimes you just want a bit of protein without having to feel like it's a meal replacement. They do a few different flavours. The other one that's quite nice, and this one I think it's either like an orange and mango or orange and something. It's really, really nice. So I have that I take. This is that Simprove stuff I was talking to you about the other day that I take in the morning, the gut stuff. It is quite pricey, I'm not going to lie, so I tend to have half of what they tell me to, just to try and make it last a little bit longer. Lunch today, I've got sausages, mash and veg. Ben's just got me out some hula hoops. I don't know if I want hula hoops. I think I'm going to switch my fingers for a fruit bar. And do you know what? If I wasn't so lazy, I'd make myself some rice cakes with peanut butter. But I've got to go. And as much as I love that as a snack, I've left it too late. So it is what it is. Right, let's get. That was pretty skillful. So next week we are going on a camping trip. We're going with our friends Emma and Ross and their 2 children, Darcy and Jacob. And this we've been stocking up. So we've got a new tent. Do you know what? We got a tent and 4 items for, I think it was like 150 quid, which is amazing. But obviously waking up this morning and it's raining. I said no in our luck because we're going the last weekend in August. It'll be raining, but who cares? We're gonna have really good fun. Ross actually has his own YouTube. I'll link it for you. He goes and does like reviews of places with the kids or by himself to kind of, you know, almost give you a heads up on whether you should go and visit these places or like days out, what's good, what's not, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I'll link here so you can go and have a little look at some of his stuff, because that might be helpful if you follow me and your parents and always looking for new things to do with the kids. That's always quite helpful, isn't it? But anyway, I need to pick my shoe choice today. No training for me today, rest day, thank the Lord, because I think my legs really, really need it. PT tomorrow, which I'll take you along for. Second PT of the week is about to go down. Oh, wait for it. The sun's back. I actually enjoyed a little bit of the rain yesterday because it feels a lot cooler this morning, which is a beautiful thing in my eyes. I don't normally have 2 PTs in a week, by the way, but as I was in Chessington last week, we just couldn't make another time work for both of us. I banked the PT, which is why I've got 2. My leg DOMs are still doming badly, so I actually have no idea what we're going to be doing today. Whether I'm going to flush them out on the bike, whether he says to do some strength, but maybe upper body strength, I don't know. We will soon find out. Anyway, I haven't bothered to ask him because I thought let's just go in for the surprise. Afterwards, it's 7 AM now, well, 10 to 7, PT's at 7. After I have got the day off for rain, I think I'm going to take him to the library, get some books, and then we're going to come home and we're going to go to Holden Forest again later, as long as the rain stays off, with Emma and her kiddies and maybe Diane. So that would be really nice. And then just a nice chilled evening because I've got a very busy day tomorrow. I've got to be at work for 8 AM. And then we've got track in the evening. So it's going to be a long old day. So a nice pamper evening, I think, this evening. I really need to sort out my tan because, as you can see, I'm pale. And I hate being pale. So I'll let these 2 people go. Yeah. So yeah, let's go and see, just arriving now, what he has in store today. I didn't show you much of the PT this morning because, to be honest, it was a bit of a flush out session because my legs have been so sore. We basically did, it was 5 minutes of 800 meter bike into 300 meter ski, whatever remaining time within that 5 minutes, then I had to rest, and we had to do that 10 times through. So it was just literally 2 stations, so I thought that's probably going to be really boring to watch, so I didn't bother. My takeaways from today's session though was really interesting because I actually had a really, really good conversation with Ben about, I basically find that every time I do any form of strength training, the DOMs that I get afterwards from it, from like the muscle soreness, are always on like another level. Like it's always so painful, and then it writes me off for a few days after. Now, I've always known my nutrition is not amazing or insane. Like, I don't eat bad, but I think the problem that I've always had is that I haven't necessarily eaten enough, probably. So one thing that I learned today, which I thought was actually really quite interesting, and I don't know how many people would necessarily know how important it is, but he said the first half an hour after your sessions is so vital to get something in your body. So protein, carbs, that type of thing. Because ultimately, especially on a strength session, I will go and have like a bit of a pre-workout to fuel the session, go and have the session, then I'll come home and I will wait to have some dinner. because I don't always feel that hungry. Now, by doing that, obviously I'm training my muscles to sort of tear a little bit, to rebuild, to get them bigger. So if I'm not fueling within that first half an hour, it takes then longer for your muscles to recover, which is where the muscle soreness comes in. Now, I might still get some muscle soreness, but what it won't do is last days and days and days if I'm fueling correctly. So what he's advised me to do is after every session, within half an hour, like I said, have a protein shake or have a Yazoo, because I found out today that Yazoo's actually got quite a lot of protein and carbs in it. It's got no fats in it, but it has got a bit of sugar in it, but that's good for our body because of the training we do. And have like a protein bar, or have like, if I can, like a little bagel, just something. It doesn't really necessarily matter what it is, because something is better than nothing at all. I'm gonna trial it and see sort of really how much of a difference it does make. We got up nice and early this morning because we've got a completion on one of our exclusive properties. It's one of my favourite properties, to be fair. So I have come, because the buyer is coming this morning, to check it all out before we actually complete. So I'm going to have a really quick bit of my protein shake. And then I've got some goodies and little presents for the vendor, who's been amazing the whole way through this process. It'd be nice for her to start her next new chapter with her children. But yeah, it's going to be a busy day today. It's 8 o'clock. Track tonight at 7. So it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a good day. So I will take you along.
We're going to have 4 different groups. So I've put in brackets here where we kind of recommend you should go based on the 5k time. First group, if you don't know what a stride is, it's simply just an elongated stride. So you're just going to explode out. Three, 2, 1.
Sorry, that's me.
3, 2, 1.
This would literally be the.
Now we've got to go up the group. Over there. Yeah, it will be.
What were you doing then, Kayla?
You
Done already. Come on, let's go. Let's go. That's it. Last lap. 7k. Yeah, fast. Come on. Yeah, sorry, yours going super solid.
Not PB. I kill myself.
Oh, track tonight, it was really good, but you know what, I really struggled. I found it so much harder than what I was expecting it to tonight, but sometimes you just get those days where you just don't feel as light and as great as what you do other days. But basically we had to do 1k repeats, so I was in the group of 6 minutes, so you basically had to try and complete your 1k within 6 minutes. So if you did it in 5, which is what you would want to do, the rest of that minute you had to rest before you go again, and we had to do it 7 times through. So I was trying to run at like a 4:45, 4:50 pace. So I got sort of a good 1 minute 10 seconds rest before having to go and do it all over again. And most of the time, to be fair to myself, I did keep up with that. There was very towards the end, I was like, oh, I think I looked at my watch and it was like about a 5 minute pace. So I did sort of drop it a bit, but my legs just felt heavy. And it probably was a little bit from like my HYROX session the other day as well. But overall, it was a really good session anyway. Like everybody was obviously really supportive as normal, and we went for a Nando's after, which was lovely. So it was worth a good Friday, but it's 8:36. And as you can tell, it's already getting dark, which makes me really sad. It makes me sad that winter is coming. I struggled getting out of bed this morning, and that was only at 10 to 6. So I really shouldn't have struggled that bad, but I'm ready for a slow morning tomorrow, that's for sure. And then Sunday will be my last training day of the week, shall I say, with a long run. So it's been a really good week so far with all my training. Everything apart from today felt good, but do you know what? I still got it done today. I didn't stop. So they are the sessions that count more than anything. So I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went. Last run of the week. I cannot go without my cup of tea today. I didn't put my alarm on because Rain's been waking up at like 5:45, 10 to 6 most mornings. So I thought, oh, I'll be fine. Of course, this morning when I need to wake up at 6, he decides not to get up till 6:15. So I'm running a little bit behind. So, but anyway, we're meeting for 7. I'm in my car. What time are we on? We are on 10 to 7. So let's get going. Oh, a bit chilly this morning. Winter's coming. Autumn's coming, shall I say. Today's run is just all about being on our feet for 75 minutes. Really easy. No pressure on pace, just continuous running for 75 minutes. And I don't know why, but I have been dreading it all week this week. I don't know why, but let's see how we get on. I'm going to go and meet Emma now. She's already parked up. So we will see you, well, I'll take you along. See what the views are. Don't know where we're going. Breathe a bit more. The only problem with that, because there's
Love that.
13. That's my longest ever run.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I've only ever done 10. Oh god, that was a run. My very, very, very first 13k. I've only ever done 10, so I'm really happy with that. It's very hot, but it's well worth it. My legs feel dead, but we're now going to go and grab coffee on the beach before our day starts. That is the end of a training week. We are sat here drawing some monsters to end a day. We've had a lovely afternoon with our friends who we're going camping with next week. What?
I've cancelled the camping trip.
Oh, have you? Oh, I'm going. So you must be going on a different one then? Or are you staying at home? This week has been a very good training week for me, back into routine, which has been, it's actually felt really good. And my massive high was completing my 13k today, which obviously, like I said, I've never done more than 10. So that was a big win. Had managed to get 5 sessions in this week. I always try and do between sort of 4 and 5, and 5 has worked, yeah, really well. Done well, hit some PBs. Felt really good in training. Track was really good, although I did find that quite hard. That was still really, really good and fun. And then, yeah, finishing off with a very chilled evening with a cup of tea, spending a bit of time with Ruben. I picked him up from his dad's today. So we're going to have a little bit of time to do some monsters and draw and start the whole week again. Thank you so much if you've clicked on this video. Were you
Just by the way, if you want to join us, she always gets up at about 7 in the morning, 7 or 5. So if you want to join her, do it.
What, for the run?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, normally we start running at 6 a.m. at the harbour. So yeah, if you're local to Torquay and you want to come and join us, you are more than welcome. But thank you so much again for clicking on this video. And if you've watched it till the end, thank you very much. Please feel free to share it. Let your friends know about it if they're looking.
Like and subscribe.